Everybody is talking about the launch lineups, and yes, there's a few cool titles, but what happens after that? I feel like nobody's having the conversation of what to get excited for after Miles and AC Valhalla. So let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? It's Zach from XPForce, and I got 7 games you can get excited about that are launching shortly after these boxes hit store shelves. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to join me on the next gen journey, and let's get straight into our list. Xbox has been criticized for not having all that much in terms of content at launch, so it's super important that they put more out and pretty quickly. Well, on November 17th, the Halo Master Chief Collection is hitting Xbox Series X and S, and I feel this is important, especially because Infinite is nowhere in sight. We don't know when that will launch in 2021. Will it be a rush to get out first half title? Will it be a fall Christmas heavy hitter? Not so sure. But getting all of the other Halos on the console is going to be a huge deal for a lot of you. So get excited. It launches a week after the system comes out and will be a short wait to play. Smash that like button if you're excited for next gen like me, whether you plan to pick up the Xbox side of things or the Sony side of things. There are goodies in store. Now, this is not a brand new title, but it will be performing and playing as good as it ever has. Yes, these have been out on PC, so we've probably seen similar type of feel and style, but hey, it'd still be nice to have on console, on your couch, on your TV, Halo. Master Chief may not arrive in Infinite form until next year, but at least we'll be playing some of them very, very soon. We're going in chronological order, so next up is Immortals FENYX Rising on December 3rd from Ubisoft. And frankly, this one's fantastic. So thank goodness it's on both Xbox Series X, S, and PS5. And everybody's sleeping on it. Like, this is Ubisoft's least known title. It's their new IP, and nobody's giving it the time of day. Yes, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is where your energy will probably be focused at launch, but if you're looking for something that's basically Breath of the Wild 1.5 with gorgeous skyboxes, I'm talking insane draw distances and beautiful colors, the vibrancy, the speed, the fluidity. This game is an open world fun fest. And yes, Ubisoft does a ton of those, but I think it's the color and the styling of this one that really does me in. The charm is there, the humor is great, and it does feel like a Nintendo game, which is sort of cool to experience on the next gen. Being able to play this in 4K will be fantastic, and I urge you to give it a look. I've had a chance to play a bunch on PC, and I'm telling you, it will be no slouch once it hits next gen. It's a bit odd that 2 mega hitters, 2 games that a lot of gamers grab every year, aren't going to be available at launch. But Madden 21 and FIFA 21 are arriving on December 4th, and if you already own the games, you get them upgrades. Now, if you don't and you've been holding out, these do promise to look better than their current gen counterparts, and I'm pretty excited to see where sports games go in the new era. I don't think either of these titles are the best entries in their respective franchises, but they're good enough, and it will be great to play Madden around the holidays as the playoff race starts to heat up, and of course, the other football, or the real football as some of you might say, is evergreen. So I'm very excited to see what they do. It'll probably take a couple of years before EA is really able to harness the power of the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, but in the meantime, if you are a sports gamer, December 4th is going to be a great day. Well, we've arrived at the big one. The most anticipated game of the year, the most anticipated game of maybe the generation, is coming to the new generation. Sort of. CYBERPUNK 2077 launches on December 10th, and yes, you better believe your butts that I'm playing it on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. The true upgraded version for the new consoles will not arrive until 2021. But again, you'd be kidding yourself if you told me you didn't want to play it even with slight boosts on the new systems. It's seen so many delays, so now it's launching after the new consoles, and even though it initially existed only on the last ones, now it's on everything. And we'll have to wait to see how perfectly it plays when it does get the full upgraded package early next year. But for now, CYBERPUNK 2077 might still be the most exciting title to play on your PS5 or Xbox Series X or S in 2020. It'll be a perfect holiday retreat. We can just cuddle up, get cozy, and spend 70 hours in CD Projekt Red's latest world, CYBERPUNK. I hope you're amazing. I cannot freaking wait, and I bet you can't either. Let me bring you a little bit of passion, because this game looks phenomenal. It has an unmarked 2021 release date. It's from Housemarque. They brought Resogun last time around, and you might know them from some of their other titles like Super Stardust, among others. Phenomenal developer trying something that looks fancy as fun. Returnal is a game that is a bullet hell third-person shooter with a very strange die and go again mechanic and worlds that remind me like something out of Prometheus. I think it looks insanely pretty and insanely over the top. The gameplay looks insane. The bosses look bananas, and I was so hoping this would hit launch, but it hasn't. It was part of PlayStation 5's initial showcase, and so I do expect it to be a early 2021 title. I'm not sure where it's going to fall in terms of price point or game length, but it's gonna be good, and it's gonna get the blood flowing. Just take a look at some of these monsters. This is one of my most anticipated next-gen titles. It is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and it looks hot. Like, I get so worked up seeing this because I think it's just so freaking awesome. I'll be curious if there are more roguelike type mechanics, how intense the bosses become, what happens when you die and come back, and if this thing will in fact release when we think it will. Gotta take into consideration COVID and delays will probably continue to wreak havoc into 2021, but I'm so pumped for Returnal. We're firmly into 2021, and on January 20th, Hitman 3 is launching on PS5, Xbox Series X, and of course, Xbox Series S. This franchise has really gained momentum as they began to put together sort of a piecemeal package and then realize, hey, we need to go all out. And Hitman 3 is the full thing in January on your new consoles. This one, you know, it's Agent 47 doing what he does best, being stealthy, being sneaky, being a little crazy, trying to check the boxes and do what he can to destroy in style. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Hitman fan, but I know this franchise means a lot to many of you, and so I wanted to include it as it is probably the first big game of 2021 that has already been dated, and I don't foresee it getting a delay. Hitman 3 is also interesting because it's going to release across all systems, including Nintendo Switch, which is super surprising. It's using the cloud over there, but this will be a next-gen title that spans everything. Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Series X, Series S, PS5, and it'll be cool to see what a game that tries to be on everything ends up playing like and performing like on the new power. Planning on picking up Hitman 3. It's the first big one of 2021, so it had to make our list. Outriders is Square Enix's attempt to be Anthem, or maybe Destiny, or maybe The Division, or maybe Avengers, or maybe they want to be more than all of those, but they got their work cut out for them when the game arrives on February 2nd. This is from the studio People Can Fly, and they've done some pretty sweet work. In fact, I expected them to soar with their new game announcement, but thus far I'm a little bit suspicious because it does look kind of generic. It's like Gears of War meets Anthem without the flying, and Anthem obviously did not go the right way when all was said and done. Now, this could perform incredibly well and play very nice as one of the first big games as services, looter shooter type titles on the new systems. It will be across the board, Xbox Series X, Series S, and PlayStation 5. And I think people will get the Gears familiarity and might really enjoy some of the exciting powers. But will it have enough oomph to make a push as a major player in this space? Or will it suffer and struggle like so many before it? There's a big difference between Destiny and Anthem, and a big difference between the Avengers and Division. And I don't know if Outriders has what it takes, but it is one of the new big titles launching early in 2021 and still a part of that 3-4 month launch window, so we had to talk about it. Do you have hopes for Outriders, or are you already writing this one off? Let me know in the comments down below. There you go, my friends. 7 games that are launching soon after this system. And that gives you so much to look forward to. Besides launch day, AC Valhalla, Black Ops Cold War, Miles Morales, there is more. Now, we'll have to wait for the true heavy-hitting exclusives, the games like Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Fable 4, but there will be plenty to play in 2021. And this is just cracking the tip of the iceberg, the launch window titles. I'm so excited about so much more, and I'm sure a few indies will pop up here and there, and maybe some surprise titles at the Game Awards. I've got you covered, so make sure to subscribe to stay alert. and stay on board for this awesome next-gen adventure that I'm gonna take with you. Can't wait to bring you with me, whether you got the bucks to buy a new system or you don't. It's gonna be fun to experience together. So subscribe, smash that like button, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. Which game are you looking forward to most? Let me know in the comments down below. XPForce, out.